Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse.
God almighty, it's like pulling teeth.
It takes him so long.
It does.
I think he's doing it because he's afraid that we're going to air on
No, he knows I hate it.
It's
That's
a little
why
bit of
he's
both.
doing it.
It's like I'm waiting for an interruption. I'm waiting to see if Showtime gets mad and see what happens. I am, of course, Stevie B, and alongside me is mostly always, that's my new catchphrase, is...
Preach.
Showtime.
and Trex.
We're all here today, all four of us. Everybody's together.
Yay.
I'm glad
Unlike-
to see you
unlike
guys
the
could
last
grace us
video.
with your presence.
Yes, unlike the last video where Charleston was more important than the show.
I'm sorry. I had to go see my little nephew.
Didn't you both go to Charleston?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
why
about
I
that.
just said-
You know, I went to Charleston.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
sweet.
both
So
in
you
Charleston.
both went to Charleston for separate reasons.
But not together. I
Yeah.
went to see my little nephew's birthday.
And I went to a water
Wait,
balloon
you went to
fort
see
fight.
his birthday?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
what's
I mean, I hung
what do
out with
those
him.
look like? I've never seen a birthday.
A birthday? They're pretty sweet.
I had a water balloon fort fight, so it was worth it.
Oh. I saw water moccasins. That was kind of weird.
Well, me and Stevie held down the fort and
Well,
did the show.
Yeah,
good
yeah,
for
Yana the
you.
Geeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was late. I'm sorry. It was late, wasn't it?
After the show, I was like, yawn. I was like, I hope it's not like yawn boring. I hope that's not the vibe we give off.
No, we were just tired. It was like 11 o'clock.
You old Ben.
I'm sorry.
That we worked
It's
for a
okay.
living.
No, I know exactly how you feel, dude.
It's been. I've only got a week left. Do you guys know that?
Oh,
Craziness?
so
About time.
finally. I can see
I've
my-
only got a week left of
We can finally get Jeff off the show, off the comic book show.
yes.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Jeff,
If,
I heart you bunches.
I don't know if Jeff probably wouldn't get off, right?
No,
He
he'd
would
probably
just-
want to do it too.
Yeah, he'd be a part of it also.
He
He's-
enjoys
I mean,
it.
he's done gotten used to doing it now, right?
Yeah. I'll probably let him do the merchandise stuff.
Oh, you'll let him do the.
I am the director. I have it
I mean,
control.
Being that you like rule the whole fucking video, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
and-
let him do the merchandise stuff, I guess.
If any of you have been watching our new comic book day videos, in between those shots, apparently Trex has taken it upon himself to employ himself there.
No, or
so
be a
like people walk
dictator?
in, they're like, "Hey, where's this?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I took it from this section."
That's how he does. I help
He's
out
like-
customers. I'm sorry.
He's like, "Do y'all sell this?" No, we don't sell that. You and we?
Well-
You don't even work.
Well, I haven't told you guys this, but I can one up you, Trex.
Oh,
you know what?
gosh.
Well, there was one day where I was in there during the day, and Jeff was eating his lunch, and the UPS man showed up. I got the sign for the new comic books.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
he one up me.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
you sign, I bet you had such a raging heart
I
on
was
when
just
you
like-
did it.
He had a raging.
I was like,
flu.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait.
He's like,
I was like, do you just want me to sign for him? And he goes,
Unagi
yeah, it's cool.
power.
I was like, I'm signing in the new comics today.
like
You felt
this
like
makes
a-
me want to own my own store more and more.
Yep.
but
Goodbye,
then,
Gamma-
but then he scolded me
Oh.
because I held the box sideways.
Oh,
He's like, you never hold the box sideways.
It's like when a kid's really excited.
it
about
says this
stuff.
side up on it for a reason.
Well, because I came in like a champion. I was like holding on my shoulder. I was like, I got it. He was like, no, you don't. Look at the box. You never do that. And then I remembered a conversation we had like a month ago where he literally told me he gets mad at the UPS guy for not carrying the box this way. And I was like, oh, I should have remembered.
Gotcha.
Aw, you were so close, and you fell right off the mountain.
I did. I
Aw.
was like, oh.
Maybe he shouldn't own a comic book store.
So,
So what do we have on the slate today?
All right, first up is Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Unity. I could not get that out of my head, man. The French Revolution. Like,
I will walk out right now.
it's like, I'm sure people on Facebook were like, what's he doing? I kept like thinking of things to say about it because I was like, Trex is going to play this with the sound down and the Les Mis soundtrack blasting in the background.
I've never played an Assassin's Creed game.
I was
so
about to
you know
say
what?
he's not gonna play it.
Well, I don't know, man. When it involves the French Revolution, he just might.
Well, you know what? Yeah, and Les Mis.
Don't hate.
Look,
Look down. Look
Wow.
down.
Okay, please
Don't
stop.
look them in the eyes. You have to stab them with your hidden blade. Look down. Look down. So, if it is the French Revolution, there's definitely... I'm just going to make Les Mis jokes from now until the game comes out so everybody can prep for that.
I hope it's good. I mean, I really want to play Black Flag. Now, I saw you play it. It actually looks really good, and I've heard a lot of good reviews. It's just I stopped playing after the second one because it all seemed to be the same thing. my favorite thing that I want to play about Assassin's Creed is the naval warfare. So if they take that out, which seems to be the best thing that Black Flag has given them.
There's also been a rumor kicked around that there are 2 Assassin's Creed games coming out.
That's not a rumor, son. I think that's been said. Yeah, there's one for old gen and one for current gen. Yeah. So like 360 PS3 Assassin's Creed, along with an Xbox One PS4 Assassin's Creed.
You guys get the Renaissance on the 360. I'm just kidding.
But see, that's
fuck you, Ubisoft.
He's like, now we're gonna buy 2. It's like, but then I mean,
and they're both going to be 2 collector's editions, and I gotta buy
on the table. We got the mics.
You'll be all right, and I gotta buy them both.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Well, I don't know, man. They released one for the PSP, and then instantly you could download it. Like a couple months later, you could download it on 360 and PS3.
Wow.
So
the PS Vita version, for Assassin's Creed, was on the PlayStation 4.
No, it's on. I don't know if it's on PS4. I know it's definitely on 360 and PS3.
Okay.
And that came out months ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So.
talk about exclusivity, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that happens with all pop. I mean, like the Metal Gear Solid not Portable Ops, the Metal Gear Solid game that was on
Peace
PSP?
Walker?
Peace Walker.
Yeah.
That
They came out on the
360. I downloaded it. I still need to play it because
He's like, in that one, they really played in the fact that he's a clone. It's like, oh, there's like 17 Metal or Solid Snakes.
Yeah.
Go get them.
run around in your boxes.
No, but I mean, based on what the footage we saw, though, I don't care. That's definitely next gen footage we saw. Obviously,
Unlike Watch Dogs.
yes.
I don't know
Which,
what that
no.
was about.
Well,
man.
see, here's the thing.
Everybody, I don't know.
Here's the thing. When they, what was it, 2 years ago when they showed Watch Dogs?
I
At E3?
I thought it was this last.
No,
E3.
it wasn't last year. It was before that because
Okay.
they showed it and everybody thought it would be out by last E3.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Okay.
That was definitely not current gen.
No.
Like, there's not a chance. Everybody knew that was PC, PS4, Xbox One, even though we didn't know what they were going to be called yet. We knew that was not current gen stuff. But then when we find out that there's all the gameplay footage they've been showing us is current gen, not current gen.
At the time, next gen.
Yeah, it's just like, what?
Well, there was also a video put out on YouTube by somebody saying, hey, it's really not different. Like, someone made a video showing the E3 footage and then the footage from the trailer, and they're like, look, it's the same stuff. Like, it looks the same. There's no difference. And I think maybe because we've been playing them, like we've been playing the Xbox One now for a while, that maybe we're just like, that's not impressive because it's not, we're looking for something popping out, and we've played games like Assassin's Creed.
So what you need is a PC player perspective.
Yes.
Because
I know this, and I'm not a PS4 guy, and I might eventually one day, way down the road, get one. But when you showed me the Metal Gear stuff, I don't know if y'all saw that video where they showed, when they showed all the different versions of it, and I was just like, it's so bright on the PS4, and it looks so clean.
The
Like, it was
PS4 version
ridiculous.
was definitely the best. Like they did an Xbox One PS4 comparison, and I told them, I was like, listen, I'd get it for the Xbox One, but it looks so much better on the PS4. When you compare the two, it definitely looks really, really good on the Xbox One. But he's right; it's like it's brighter, it pops more on the PS4, and
It's just cleaner. Like,
it was the same thing with Battlefield 4 compared to the PlayStation 4 and the 360, and I think the 360 version actually won that debate over with Battlefield 4.
Until the fact that the servers kept crashing and all that crap. Yeah, it was pretty good.
everyone was worried about that for Titanfall. They were like, well, let's see if EA can handle.
Oh,
How-
God, Titanfall.
well, I know we're gonna get to that,
So
but how
good.
have the servers been? They've been good.
They've been fine.
Dude,
The only problems I ever had was when I was trying to broadcast, and I've had a couple viewers tune in. It's fixed now, so I do just fine. I'm back at the top of the boards, guys. Finally.
So there's video evidence of this.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
there's
I'll be
there's
streaming later this
broadcasted
week.
live stream that we couldn't record video evidence of this.
Yeah, since the Xbox One apparently doesn't do that. But if you would like to tune in, Trex, you're allowed to.
Thank
and
you.
can
Thank
watch
you.
me.
Well, that's
Wreck shop.
I mean, I have other people I gotta watch, so I try my best.
It's okay.
That's why I use multi-stream
Just
for.
remember, I put a penis on your last stream.
Yes, you did.
He went on the
Chat.
on the Sourcecast chat. He does like I did. I used to go there when I was home when I'm home Friday nights. I used to just randomly go on and just start trolling. He wouldn't notice at first. Everybody in the chat would be like, "Oh, Stevie, you're messing with Trex." And finally, he knows Stevie. And in the podcast, he'd be like, "Stevie B, I get it. You're here. Thank you for being here. We get it."
hey, I'm here. Hey guys, hey.
Don't worry, you're on the stream. In the video, I have the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Right on the
That's
screen.
what I was waiting for. I was like, oh, it's Brian.
Penis. Equal sign, equal sign, equal sign, equal sign, equal sign. Greater than.
But anyway, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't.
Renaissance.
Yeah,
I don't
Revolution.
know. It's-
French Revolution. I just think it looked. Just a little bit they showed the way the texture of the game, everything. It just looked. I mean, now and I know that's alpha and all that, and that's
Well,
probably like all they've done.
This was France and it's England.
Yeah,
both.
I was expecting something really shocking to happen in there because he was freaking out about it. That's why I watched it because how excited he was about it. And then it was like curtains.
You don't.
A guy
you don't-
standing on a roof.
You don't understand me in Assassin's Creed.
I
That's
don't.
all
You're
it
right.
is, dude. Like
It's a complicated love
It
triangle.
looks just like every other Assassin's Creed game.
those.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure those curtains are really, really good quality and really good silk. It is
So-
France after all.
But Assassin's Creed basic gameplay is always going to be the same. What makes an Assassin's Creed game good is what they add to it. What else you can do? I don't know if you can recreate something like Black Flag. I really don't.
The story of the game for me is what sells it.
Yeah.
And I played every one of them. Obviously, the first one was the most tedious one of them all, but the story was just deep. Like it left you wanting something. Like what the hell was that?
Yeah, the first one.
And then when 2 came out, 2 was like I had orgasms playing that game. It was so mind blowing. And then Brotherhood and Revelation, pretty much 2 on a little bit continuing the story, weren't really different. They added a few fighting elements, weapons and stuff. 3, story was good. Gameplay, incredibly bad.
I got really mad at playing Assassin's Creed.
Incredibly
They
I
bad.
tried
was
to make-
watching them. It was
they-
so bad.
They tried to make it more dynamic, and it just was hard,
It
and it
didn't.
was terrible.
It was bad.
It-
The only thing that was really good was the naval warfare, and even that was still rough. Like it was still hard, but it was fun.
Dude, he's
But-
like, look out! He's like going straight for a shore. I'm like, turn left. You can avoid it. Turn left. He's like,
Did you do that thing where you turn the controller hoping that
Yeah.
you
You did the old Nintendo move.
how did you miss?
But Black Flag, man, I don't know whatever drugs they were doing when they made that game, they need to do them every time. Because
So-
incredible gameplay was great, and they got to know. They knew 3s was busted, so they changed it with 4. So they got to carry that over.
Yeah.
They have
I mean, at this point, I gotta know more about Assassin's Creed and Unity to say anything about it.
yeah, I mean, just what we saw. That's why I just said it looks good.
So
But
we
I
know
don't
it has really
nothing.
nice curtains.
All I know
Yes.
is I'm gonna be like,
Oh, and the sun was reflecting off the tile floor.
All right.
Wow.
That's
Unity,
from Les Mis.
Unity
Yeah,
will be
I've never
coming
seen
out this fall. So, of course, during E3, we're going to probably hear the best information from there.
Probably the end of November, like all the other ones
Yeah.
normally.
Are we
Or
gonna
I'm
go
sorry, the
ahead-
end of October, not November.
Are we gonna go ahead and do the video game things then? Because we already started with Assassin's Creed. Might as well just knock out Titanfall.
No, Titanfall is a discussion thing.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right. Next up, did you guys watch the Marvel Avengers?
I haven't seen it.
I
All that
totally
matters
forgot
is-
about it.
Trust me, you didn't miss a thing.
All that matters is the concept art that came out of it. The stuff.
I
that-
was expecting more. I was expecting that this was the day that we're going to like, oh, you're going to see Ultron. I'm like, no, we're seeing a silhouette of Ultron. The same thing you did with Iron Man. This is crap. I expected more. But the Marvel Universe thing that they did during the show was they gave us a little backdoor look at how the movies are created, how the scenes are done. Great interviews. Of course, Chris Hardwick was there from the Nerdist. Seeing the behind the scenes stuff was good. What is your face?
I'm laughing
Let
at
it
Elena singing
go!
"Let It Go."
Yeah,
over
I'm
there.
sorry.
Is that what's going on over there?
In the background, my daughter's watching Frozen. The "Let It Go" song is on.
Stop it!
Say,
Let it go.
This is
the
why we're going
cold
back to
never
Heads
bothered
Place.
me anyway.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So we can get
Okay,
Maggie.
I'm sorry. I'm focusing. I'm sorry.
So seeing the behind the scenes stuff was really cool. Seeing the little interviews with everybody, and also seeing the overarching on how actual Iron Man 3, how Thor 2, and how Captain America: Winter Soldier is going to play out, because it's everything after the Avengers. How Tony Stark went back to Malibu, did his life. How Thor went back to Asgard, went back to his life. Captain America, he really doesn't have a life to go back to because he's now in the future.
And he's
So now how is he coping with today's world? So he's seeing that over arc was really cool. Now let's also go into the concept art for Ultron.
Well, how can the Avengers, who can't call the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver mutants, do it so much better than Days of Future Past did?
Okay, so again, all we saw was the concept
That's
art
true.
of their costume.
That's right. They might have
Yeah,
been what they
The
look like.
concept art was a lot better.
and I remember sharing it, and
Well,
then
just-
somebody immediately commented on it and said,
I'm telling you,
"It's
he's like
still not correct,
he's like our villain. I'm
but it's
telling you.
better."
Apparently.
And I'm just like, "Fuck you, dude! Like it looks 1,000 times better than that shit that Days of Future Past is doing."
So I don't know, but
He needs goggles.
he does. The Scarlet Witch looked cool, but to me, the Scarlet Witch was like, well, the Scarlet Witch has a red costume, so we're just gonna give her a red outfit. So there you go.
In the back of my
Sweet.
mind, I don't really have Scarlet Witch's concept art. I don't have it in my mind, but I mean,
I don't- I
just
don't
give
think so.
honestly, just give her
I
like
got some concept art of the Scarlet Witch.
It was like a red leather jacket, I think, if I remember correctly.
as long as it's a long.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go with a
Well, she was
long
real
leather
young,
jacket.
wasn't she?
Well, that's actually one of her costumes. It's a long leather jacket that was
It's-
red. So just give her
Yeah.
that, and you guys are good.
But wasn't she young?
And give her the pointy thing.
Okay, I remember seeing it now.
Yeah, it's one of the Olsen, not the Olsen twins, but like their
That's
younger,
the third sister.
their younger
Yeah, the
sister.
third. Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
is playing. So I don't know. It was,
It
also-
And then the
we've
guy
never
playing
seen
Kick
before.
Ass is Quicksilver.
the only thing,
Which
the-
actually
the
works
or,
because he's got the look.
like
so.
those concept arts look really good. The best thing out of those concept arts was the Hulkbuster armor
What?
fighting the
Yes.
Hulk.
That was.
I was just like, what?
So
I
it makes
mean,
you
I
wonder.
don't think it
You think so? It makes you wonder where they're going with the movie.
So does Hulk go? Are they gonna do like the Ultimate Avengers animated thing, where like, because the Ultimate Avengers, the first animated movie they did, the whole reason why they got brought together was to stop the Hulk.
That's right.
That was
Well,
that
the
was like their
thing,
whole-
the problem I'm having here is they kind of did that in the Avengers on the helicarrier in the first one.
Yeah.
Thor had to fight the Hulk. Like we've already had this fight. Why are we doing this again?
I don't know.
He's got control. They showed you at the end of the Avengers. He's got control of it.
Maybe that was concept art from the first Avengers. Just that one.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. It could have just been concept art. This is what we're gonna. This is the Hulkbuster costume, or the armor. So this is why. This is what it's going to be used for. So let's show you a picture of them
or
fighting.
how about training?
How about this?
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready? What's the name of the movie? Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
right? So what Ultron's a robot, right?
Right.
Which means you could probably take control of other
Oh,
robots.
there you go.
Which means you could probably take control of all of Tony Stark's armor. Which
call.
means how
Good call.
does Ultron, who literally the Hulk would go, how does he fight Hulk? Oh, I'm just gonna tell Tony Stark's armor he's got to fight the Hulk to fight the Hulk. So the armor, it's sort of like a Batman thing, like the stuff like in that, what was that movie, the Justice League movie, where
Doom.
all,
Oh, Doom.
Justice League Doom, where all the Batman stuff he had planned out, they used it against him. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's like what he had to fight the Hulk. if
Or
went crazy.
it could be like Batman Superman the comic, where Batman actually dies, and then like he gets brought back to life with some bullshit, and then
No, he gets brought back to life as an avatar in a video game.
and he's
that
controlled by the
happens to be
rage.
real life.
He's controlled by the anger of a whole bunch of angry citizens who apparently everyone in Gotham is really pissed off all the time, and they let it take it out on a video game. So, first of all, screw you for making video games seem like an outlet
Yeah.
for anger and that make people really angry and turn people into supervillains. And B,
it's like-
why?
Yeah, and then they found out that it was real life, and they just were like, hell yeah, real life. It's like, if you found out that you were killing people in real life playing a video game, I don't know if me and Steven, we would stop. We
Yeah.
were like, we're not
I'd be-
going to kill people.
I would be outside with pickets.
Yeah.
Actually, with scissors, cutting everyone's power cord that was playing the game.
Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. But yeah, so I was most excited about the Hulkbuster stuff. So I that might have been concept from other stuff, but I really hope we see that. Because it's like, I got to deal with the other Avengers. I got to keep
Well-
Hulk busy. So here's the Hulkbuster.
So what you're telling me is at the end of Iron Man 3, when he destroyed all his suits,
JK.
He didn't destroy all the suits, or he went right back to building them.
He's
This
always
is
an
why
alcoholic.
he's divorced.
Or he went right back to building them.
Well, I mean, did we see the Hulk? Well, I guess we did see the Hulkbuster, didn't we? It was in the movie.
Well, he's had
Oh,
a,
yeah,
he had a
it
big
was.
suit. but I
It was a
don't know
big
if
suit. It was called Igor.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't it. Well, I mean, he had what's his name? What's it?
Jarvis?
No. Oh my gosh. No.
War Machine.
No. What's the guy he took at the end of Avengers? They went to the Hulk, Bruce Banner. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bruce Banner. I know, right?
I didn't even know you were going there. with
I
that.
know.
Right?
No, I was like, who the hell are you talking about?
He
Because
took
we're talking about Iron Man 3, and you're back on the Avengers.
He took Bruce Banner to Stark Tower. So who better to help him build a suit that can stop the Hulk?
And you know what? That
other than the Hulk.
that
And-
makes perfect sense.
And if he can control the Hulk, he can turn into the Hulk, and he could fight the suit, and they could keep testing it and doing different things with it. So he's probably going to have like a super advanced, like this
Who-
can really beat the Hulk suit.
Exactly. Who better to make the suit to beat the Hulk than the guy?
There
And,
is
and
no
if he
Hulk.
can
Who is
control
the
the
Hulk?
Hulk, then he could become the Hulk and fight the suit.
Your flux capacitor
Yeah.
too weak.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would be a fun opening to Avengers 2, right? Like he,
That'd be
like
cool.
Kind of like a
it
Danger
opens-
Room scene
It
from
opens with the
X-Men
Hulk
3.
fighting a bunch of like Hulkbuster suits, and one of them like can take him down, and like it takes him down, and he turns back into Bruce Banner. And he's like, "Good job, we did it."
Yeah, I'm sure the Hulk is definitely gonna like the fact that he's helping create something to beat him.
Well,
Well,
he's
not the
helping
Hulk,
create
Bruce
something
Banner.
that if he loses control of the Hulk, something that can stop him.
And plus, we don't even really know what the deal with that is. That's probably one of the biggest plot holes in the Avengers. It's like what all of a sudden he couldn't control it before, and then now he can't control. All of a sudden now he just thinks about it. He could become the Hulk.
He
Like-
can control it.
Well,
At the end, I just watched The Incredible Hulk last night, and at the
Amazing.
end of that movie, he has control of it.
No, he does actually.
okay.
He just doesn't tell them that he has control of it. That's the whole thing. He doesn't want them to know that he can control it, so that they can't use him as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's what that whole movie was about. I
Okay,
just
excuse
watched
me,
it.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you should be sorry.
Just kidding. I'm getting my phone.
And another thing is they don't really talk about like the mind gem affecting everybody on the helicarrier. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know like Marvel, you wouldn't know like why he was holding the stick at the end, and why that's what turned him into the Hulk, like because it set him off. No one gets that.
Yeah.
That's why they were all making fun of each other. I always think about Thor when he's like, "You pathetic humans!" Like, like, whoa, Hulk, calm down, man. Have a Snickers.
All right.
Why? Because you get a little angry when you're hungry.
All right. Next up, we have a little bit of Star Wars Episode 7 news, so I'll turn it over to Steve
Me?
or Showtime.
Star Wars Episode 7?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just joking.
No.
Go ahead, Baxter.
Well, they officially announced some stuff that was kind of clear that we already sort of knew.
Yeah.
Like they officially said Episode 7 is set 30 years after Jedi.
That's why I posted. That's what we expected.
the only thing that was up in the air was it's going to focus on a trio of young people with some really familiar faces. Teehee, like the original 3 included.
Like, duh.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hayden Christensen's coming back, isn't he?
What? No, the only thing about this is the 3 is that it's like follows a trio, so it already sort of contradicts the expanded universe already, because it's not a trio of kids. It's what's 4? Quad. Yeah, it's 4. It's
Quartet.
It's Jason, Jaina, Jaden, Jaina. I think Jason. No, Jaden and Jaina. Yeah. Oh, so-
Jaden, Jason.
Yeah, Solo.
Jaina,
Well,
Jerk.
Jaden, Jaina Solo, Anakin Solo, and then Ben Skywalker.
Okay.
So those are the 4 kids.
Hold on. Maybe that one of them's just too young right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Or
see what I'm
maybe it's
saying?
not based off the expanded universe.
Or
Yeah, could be that too. They have and they change names just to change names. Like, so I got a feeling the kids might not even be named the same. I think they're still gonna have like
the solo kids.
solo
and-
twins, but they're gonna be named. And it's just like why? It's just like in the Clone Wars stuff. And I listened to a podcast called Rebel Force Radio. It's about it's Star Wars centric. I did an interview with a guy who like sat down with Lucas and produced the Clone Wars, like the head of and Korriban. Everybody knows Korriban, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the birthplace of the Sith. Like what's the ancient homeworld of the Sith? And they changed the name in the Clone Wars. Like they changed it to Morban. Like instead of Corbin, it's more band now. Like that's, and he talked about it, and that's what it was, and that's what it was going to be. You can even like watch the episode and tell like that's how it was originally recorded, and they went back in and changed it. He said because Lucas listened to it and he was just like, I don't like it. Corbin, Coruscant, they're too close. They're too close of a name together. We need to have it completely different. So he's like, let's call it More Band. And so they changed it to More Band, and it just like, man, like that goes against so much expanded universe. Like they just didn't even. Lucas was like, I don't care, More Band.
Yeah, the creator
that's the
changed
thing.
something.
Well, that's my thing. Is it's Lucas's. He can do that.
And then
Fuck you.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
And then it's true. And then the guy who on Clone Wars brought it up, and he was like, it's big in like the Knights of the Republic stuff. And he's like, but names of stuff changed throughout the years. They could have just called it that then. They call this that now, and
That's what the kids are calling it these days. It's all hip.
yeah, it's More Band, man. Come on, cool, man.
Hang on.
Well, that's like
there's an excuse.
Yeah.
well, and to defend that, it's like right here in our own world. Russia is no longer Russia, or the Soviet Union now it's Russia, and then at
Used
one
to
time
be-
it was like Ukraine, Pakistan, and all that was all part of that. And
The
now they're
USSR.
now they're all Ukraine, Pakistan. They got their own.
So it's just
Crimea's under, Russia.
my point is this: nothing is sacred. Well, how does it go? How does the Assassin's Creed line go?
Oh, nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That's right. So they can do whatever the hell they want because they're changing everything. So it's going to be an issue when it comes out, especially if there's a lot of different things, because they've got this actress on tow to play a role for sure. Like it's the girl from I think 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
They've said that they've pretty much said she's got the role without saying she's got the role, and she's black, and she's part of the trio.
And we know Han is down with the swirl.
Yeah. So it's like already you're throwing a black chick in there, so you're already putting things on its head. Because I mean, Han and Leia aren't going to make black chicks.
Hey, that dominant gene is real dominant.
Apparently, Leia, I'm quarter black.
Yeah.
So
I thought you knew that because of the thing in my pants.
I really hope it ends up being like the daughter of
Of Luke.
no, the daughter of
Lando.
ends up being a Jedi. He's like, yeah, of course. If you're watching on YouTube, my daughter just might have ran across the screen. I'm
No,
sorry.
she's too short.
Oh, is she too short? Oh, she had to use the potty.
you crackers ain't know I was a Jedi.
Yeah, I've been a Jedi this whole time.
Shit.
Take your pants off, girl.
I'm gonna take my pants off, girl.
Tell me I got a sweet cape. You're singing so sweet, Lando.
Oh god. We just lost
Crazy
someone.
white people.
He was on Dancing with the Stars. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Star Wars performance. It was almost like watching the Star Wars Connect game. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo.
What?
It's right. Riding solo. They changed it. I'm Han Solo.
It was bad. It was bad.
I like it.
I got a Wookiee in my toe. It's so stupid. All right, so that's it. They just said stuff that we already knew. And Lucas is already. They're still like, well, maybe the 3 are coming back. But Lucas has already had an interview once, like months and months ago, where he was like, yeah, the original 3 will be there. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I think Disney wants to have a big to-do about it. Sorry. It's like,
He's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm Lucas.
Yeah,
Okay.
like what are you gonna do? Because I'll take it all back.
and I added the next part.
Because I brought it up.
Did you?
I know I talked about one of them. I thought I brought up the Gotham thing.
I don't know
Because I saw.
Yeah, they've put a lot of stuff from they started filming the Gotham show. They've put a lot of stuff on the like pictures and stuff from the set. And I have to say my thoughts have changed on it. I think it might actually be good.
I've seen a picture of Selena Kyle.
Looks really good.
She looks really
And
good.
she's really young, so that makes
Yeah, they're all going to be young.
Yeah. And
They also showed the picture of the Penguin.
the Penguin. They also showed the Waynes and little Bruce before they're dead.
Yep.
And what really got me was that they showed Bullock and
Gordon?
Gordon. Wow, I am out of it today.
Yeah, you're
My
struggling.
brain is not working.
It's that Kickstarter.
I know.
It's not working.
It's a false
And
start.
those, I really like the character that the actor, Ben, I can't remember his last name, Ben something, that they got to play, Ben Kinsey? Ben Kinsey, I think.
Ben Kingsley?
Kenzie.
Kinsey?
Mackenzie? I think it's Mackenzie. That they got to play Gordon. Gotham. He plays all of Gotham. And they got to play Gordon. And just watching it, it looks really good. Like, I think the show might actually be good. What would really make the show is if Gotham is in the same, like, universe as, like, the movies. And, like, they're connected. Like, this is the same Bruce from Batman and Superman. So, like, you feel like you're watching, you're getting the backstory.
Oh, the
to
new
that.
movies, not
Yeah.
the Dark Knight movies.
No, yeah, the new movies.
Okay, thank you.
So, like, you feel like you're watching, like, the backstory, and that's why they what? Is his name something crazy?
No, I found a picture of the character of Selena Kyle,
Oh.
like on set doing an action scene, and she has a carton of milk in her jacket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she does.
She's stealing milk, man. Leave her alone.
Okay, but yeah, I'm looking up the actor's name. But go ahead.
And I just think it'd be cool if they were connected, like they were the same thing. No?
No,
Like-
I like it.
And I think that would make putting the Batman who's seasoned in Batman versus Superman or whatever they're going to call it better, because now you have like, oh, well, this is how everything started. I don't know. I don't know if they're actually going to do that, but I mean,
Well,
I feel like Arrow and this and Gotham and the Flash.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Benjamin McKenzie.
Yeah, that's right. See Ben McKenzie.
And Donald Legault.
and see, my opinion's definitely changed on the Gotham show, because originally I was like, ugh. But now slowly, like, just the images. Other than that, just the way they're making it look, I'm okay with it.
I
But
don't really watch TV, so I don't.
I
Have
don't
an
either.
opinion.
Well,
Like,
originally it was going
all the
to
shows
be,
that gets recorded on my DVR, my wife watches.
I don't even have that.
Yeah, well, originally it was supposed to be like this Gotham thing was supposed to be like kind of like a high school thing. They were supposed to be like not set in high school, but
Yeah, that's how they originally put it. But now it's different. Now it's like, as it was originally concepted, now it's the kid, like now it's the cops and dealing with like the rising of Penguin.
oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Actually, I remember when it was first introduced, it was supposed to be centered around like Gotham PD,
Yeah,
searching, and this of course before the Batman.
yeah, and then they brought up the high school thing, and they were like, "Oh, it's going to be Bruce in high school, and he's going to be going to high school with like the Joker and Selena Kyle, and it'll be funny."
Yeah,
and
so,
we were like, no.
so now that we see how strong these actors are playing Gordon and Bullock, and even with Selena Kyle there and Penguin, it's like, let's just make this NYPD Gotham, or Gotham PD Blue or something. That's what I would like to see from this, because we don't have to have Batman, have the villains, but then see how the cops handle them without having the Dark Knight.
before
Yeah,
Batman.
that'd be cool. Because the Gotham PD always had that sense of pride. Like they always like, Batman, get out of here!
Yeah.
Oh man, we got this.
Batman,
I am the night. Get out of here!
Quick, shoot him!
Oh shit!
All right, so this is something that I found out because I brought this up to Stevie B. And Fantastic Four 2. Fox has come out and announced these new movies for coming up. And Fantastic Four 2 is one, along with the sequel to the Wolverine 2, which already has a writer attached to it.
Okay, how do you making a Fantastic Four 2 when you haven't even made the first one
That's
yet?
like-
Because
put it on
Fox
here.
has like these giant balls that they feel this Fantastic Four movie is going to do great.
Well, they're riding on the coattails of every other superhero movie right now. That's all that is.
And
That's
they
all they're
have-
trying to do.
They have an unannounced movie, I think, for what, 2015 or 2016?
Yeah, and no,
Spider-Man?
which is
X-Men
Which-
versus Fantastic Four. I don't
or
know.
yeah,
geez.
it's either that or of course they have planned for X-Force.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, that is
but,
right.
but it's probably X-Force. I think X-Force is going to be in between Days of Future Past and Apocalypse. I think that's what they're shooting.
If they can tie it in,
That'd be great.
because God forbid.
I mean, if they don't tie it in, they
It's
just need to stop making movies.
yeah, agreed. But yeah, it's Fantastic Four 2. We got the actors for Fantastic Four. I'm not even sure I'm sure the script has to be done. They haven't even started filming, and they must believe hell of a lot in this movie to announce for a sequel already. Or they're wanting to announce a sequel just to go ahead and say, "Hey, Marvel, we're going to keep this we're gonna keep this name with us for a little while longer. And
I think because that's what they got to do, right? They got to have plans to make a movie.
yeah,
keep
Fantastic
it
Four
right.
had to start filming by a certain day so they can keep the property, and they did it. And now we have this. It's like, we're gonna let's go ahead and do number 2 so we can keep it a little longer.
Gotcha.
Have we talked about the story for Fantastic Four on the show?
I haven't. I don't even know. anything
I
about
haven't
it.
even heard anything about
I
it.
don't.
Oh, the cast is so young, and everybody was like,
Oh yes,
the cast is so ridiculously young,
and there's a purpose.
and I looked up.
There's a porpoise in it too.
I
Yeah.
looked up the I looked up the synopsis for the Ultimate Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
and there's no way they're not going to go that route. Like that's clearly what this is based.
Well, that's what they did with Spider-Man. So why wouldn't they?
Well, because the Ultimate Spider-Man backstory isn't that much different. Like they just kind of change where things come from. The Ultimate Fantastic Four is incredibly different.
and
Like,
yeah, it's
The
seriously.
Baxter Building is not his home. It's the school they go to, and they're all students there. They're all super smart. Even Johnny, like they're all like brainy. It's like a super brainy school, and they don't even go to space. They create like a portal, and they're using it to go to like another dimension, and
Which makes sense because that's
it's not
Okay.
even Dr. Doom. It's Victor Von Doomsnin or something like that.
Mhm.
Another student like messes with it right before they test it, and so they all use it, and then they come back as the Fantastic Four with the same powers, but like that's how they get their powers. So it's gonna be and then their first villain was like Mole Man. It wasn't like Doom. I don't even know if Doom becomes Doom in the
Yeah,
Ultimate.
let's see how we're gonna market that.
Mole Man.
Mole Man.
We're gonna fight the Mole Man.
Don't move. I can barely see you, but I have really big claws.
Why don't you come down to my cave? Come down here to the subterranean.
I can
So-
smell you.
and like Ben Grimm, everybody like he of course Mr. Fantastic was like the smartest of the smarts, and
Yeah.
Ben Grimm was like a tough guy, and he was like best friends. And he always protected them from bullies and stuff, and so they were like best friends. And
And of course, Reed is still trying to find a way to help Ben recover his old self away from the rock hide.
right, and their dad was a big professor there, like he was the
Mhm.
teacher.
Okay.
So it's going to be, and the problem with it is that it's going to be. Most people don't read the Ultimate stuff. I mean, I could be wrong. If you read the Ultimates, I'm sorry, but I feel like most people don't read the Ultimate. Maybe they read this when it first came out, but the Ultimate Fantastic Four didn't launch with the Ultimates. It came after.
didn't.
Like there was a few years after the Ultimate line had started. So a lot of times you started reading the Ultimates and you're like, "Bleh, I'm done." Yeah. So a lot of people might not even have gotten to it. So it just seems like with this super young cast and with them being all the same age, it's probably where they're gonna go.
I'm still a little butthurt that it's gonna be a CGI thing.
I really like.
I'm not.
I really
I
like.
mean, I guess because I come from. I mean, I love. I hate that they have to sit into a chair for 8 hours to put makeup on just for like maybe 30 minutes of a scene, but I visually like to see the aesthetic of makeup of the actor under the makeup in a suit, just like the old Godzillas. That's where I like.
It was mean.
Rah.
I like, yeah. Well, see, my problem is that one of my favorite things about the first Fantastic Four is I love the Shield. Like I love the Shield, and so I loved Michael Chiklis as
Yeah.
Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was just wearing a suit, I feel like for that, there's some characters that need to be CGI, like the Lizard in Amazing Spider-Man needs to be CGI. But I feel like the Thing is one of those characters because he's made of pure rock that you could do without it being a CGI. Now I could end up watching this movie and go, wow, that's much better CGI because they do a lot more. But
Well, not only do they do a lot more, they actually make him the size he needs to be. Think
Right.
about it.
Yeah, everybody goes with it because when,
The
'cause
Thing
when I
is
bring that up,
huge.
yeah, 'cause when I bring that up, everybody's like, "Thing is like the size of the Hulk." I'm like,
Yeah, he's like 10 feet freaking tall, man. He's a big dude. So, like, and I didn't mind the costume and stuff from the first one, but even then, I was just like, he's supposed to be a really big creature. Like,
I mean, I might have to go back because I mean, as far as I remember, with the Hulk, I mean, to me, when looking at everybody else, he's like basketball tall, basketball player over 7 foot tall, and with Thing, I didn't really see that kind of height with Thing.
no, you don't.
Yeah, so that's why I was definitely okay with how Ben was in the first movie, and then with this one, it's like if he's the same height as the Hulk, of course, me being a comic fan, I'll be okay with it. But inside, I was like, why is he so tall? Why is he that big?
Well, it's no one complains that Wolverine isn't short.
Actually, we all have.
Yeah, it's because that's what
We've
do.
all said he's
Cynical.
supposed to be like
Yeah,
5'5",
so cynical.
and he's like 6 something.
Call him a badger at
but
that
should
point.
change.
one thing that we've noticed that we did point out is when they shoot the movies, the scenes with Wolverine, they shoot at angles to make him look shorter than he actually is. So thank you for that, at least trying.
Movie magic.
I looked at the cover of X-Men Origins Wolverine, and they definitely he's like, and everyone else was like, so I did. That's my is short and it's tall. In case you didn't get that. Because you didn't know. You looked at me like you were confused. So I figured.
I was trying to figure out what movie it was again. What movie?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh.
All right. And then next up, Bryan Singer did come out talking a little bit about X-Men Apocalypse, about a little bit of the story, and also point out that Nightcrawler and Gambit may come into this. That he actually said he had a part written for Nightcrawler for Days of Future Past, but he felt that there will probably have been too many mutants.
You can't say that when you're doing an X-Men movie.
Exactly.
You cannot say that. Like, are you not reading the same comics that we read?
X-Men 3 did have too many mutants. That was the big problem with X3. It's because, and it's not necessarily.
No, they had too many mutants you ain't never heard of.
It's not necessarily too many mutants. It's too many big name mutants because you don't want. Let's say your favorite mutant is there, and he's on screen for 10 seconds. That's like a tease. That's like Jessica Alba being like, you can look at it, but you can't touch it, So is that what you really want?
So how would you feel if your favorite mutant was Rogue, and you're like, oh, she's gonna be in a movie, and no, we cut her.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
Blu-ray extras.
But also Rogue has been established, her backstory's been established. She's there. If it's a mutant that's never been in the movies before, and you get it for like 3 seconds, then you're like, oh well, I got for 3 seconds. That's cool. That's my favorite mutant. Awesome. Like if you saw Gambit's your favorite mutant, and there he was, and he threw a card.
He's just walking in the background.
It's like
it's like X3 had too many mutants because it was what 7 X-Men versus a horde of mutants that we didn't really know their names. Instead of it being the 7 normal X-Men that we see versus the established names of the Brotherhood without all these other extra pawns.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the pawns were, and like they used them bad. I don't know. I sort of understand what he's saying. There can be too many mutants.
They could have just done 7 versus 7. That's
Exactly.
all. That's all they could have done. And that, adding Nightcrawler or even Gambit to this movie wouldn't have hurt as long as they would have added 2 more to the other side.
Bam, bam.
I hope they add Gambit. I don't care. I love Gambit.
I like the actor who played him. He did Gambit very
Oh,
well.
the guy in X-Men or Wolverine Origins.
Yeah,
I thought he was great. And you know what? To be honest with you, I know Channing Tatum has spoke up a lot and says, "I would love to play Gambit. Like that's the role I would love to play if I was going to be here." Why not?
I don't know.
He's from New Orleans.
How's
He
this-
actually has a New Orleans accent that
Oh,
he
wow,
kills
I cannot hear
to
it
be in
then.
Hollywood. He kills it. Like he's like a guy from England, House.
Well,
The guy
it's
that plays House
it's like
comes
Rick-
over here and you don't
it's
even
like
know
Rick
he's from
Grimes.
England. Like I have no
true.
idea he's British.
Okay.
No, and Maggie,
Maggie.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's Maggie.
Yeah.
she was on Talking Dead, and Showtime was like, "What? She's English?"
It's because she does an American accent and then a
A
country
Southern-
American accent.
Yeah.
So she's doing 2.
So like she's
Okay.
killing her normal accent and then speaking in just to speak American and then
I will say this though, she can talk in whatever accent she wants to,
Yeah.
as long as it's not.
Hello, Governor. Would you like to shoot some zombies?
She can talk to me in her British accent. I heard her talk normal.
we
Don't get
actually
crazy.
had that discussion. We were like, so if you're like dating her, when you're like in bed, do you go, hey, do Maggie.
I want to hear Maggie. Come on, Maggie, please, right now.
It's like,
All right. So
No, real quick, since
no,
you brought up The Walking
talk
Dead, correct me if I'm wrong. There's only 2 episodes.
You're
left.
wrong.
Just
Tonight
two
and next week's.
I think it's 2 or 3. It's either tonight and 2 more or 2 more.
I think tonight and then 2 more. I believe.
Okay.
I think last week they said there was
Because
only 3.
there's a
episodes
whole
left.
lot they need to cover. based on last week's episode.
Let's just chop someone else's head off. Let's just do that.
Well, the whole the big promo for this season is who makes it or whatever they said they put it up.
Who makes it to Terminus?
Gets it. So I think the season finale is going to be this is Terminus. They give us a cock tease of Terminus, and then they.
Oh, you mean like they did with the prison?
Yeah,
and then we didn't see the prison for half a season.
Yeah,
it's like, but they were right there. Like I don't understand.
They're over the hill. Someone just had to look up.
You could have seen it. And they were like, man, we were running around for 6 months because she was just found out she was pregnant, and then she was showing pregnant.
Yeah,
and they still haven't found the prison. And I'm just like,
that was the seasons where Carl went from whiny bitch to like badass dude. Yeah. Like he was like, I don't want to fight, and then he walked in. Ba-dow, I'm Carl.
Yeah, with a silencer clearing a house like he was. I'm Carl. So in 6 months, that kid got hard as nails.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I meant to. I remember you guys talking about this. Heather, you need a babysitter, right? What? Oh no, Matt needed a babysitter. I know this perfect babysitter.
Oh yeah.
No, Tony needs it.
He put that on Facebook. He put that on Facebook, and I was at work sitting on the couch, and the other guys were sitting right there. We're all watching TV. I don't think I've ever laughed out loud as hard at work as I did that day.
Last week,
I couldn't control it. And they were like, what is wrong with you?
Every meme from last week's episode was dead on hilarious.
If you're listening to this in the future, you haven't seen the episode, you'll know what episode we're talking about after you watch it. It involves children and other
babysitting,
and you'll get it. But it was
just look at the flowers.
Yeah, now I know what we're talking about.
Just look at the just look at the flowers.
Just look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
I love that KFC one about Tyrese.
Oh my God, me too.
Did you see Jake?
I see KFC in my dreams every night. Sometimes I'm eating it. Sometimes someone else is eating it. Sometimes it's just in ruins.
Our buddy Jake, those little cartoon things, I can't remember what they're called. Bit strips.
Yeah.
He made one, and it was him and his wife. His wife was on the doorstep, and he had flowers behind his back. He's like, I'm going to make Toya look at the flowers. We lost it. And then he made another one. He's like running, and there's flowers, and he's looking up like this, and he's like, I refuse to look at the flowers. I refuse.
Wow. I think Valentine's Day for any Walking Dead fan is over.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No more flowers. No more.
I was going to get you a flower.
Oh, God. Just look at the flowers.
Why do you keep giving me flowers?
Stop it. Soon. God, that show was rough. I texted Steven and was like, dude.
I was watching the episode, and I was like, this episode is kind of boring. Like halfway through.
He did.
I said, I don't know, man. These last few episodes have been kind of weak. And then, like, the craziness happened. I was like, this went from being, like, one of the most boring episodes to not the best, but the most up. Like, clearly.
It's like one of those things you stare at. Like, what? I'm trying to find a maze. What happened?
Yeah.
That scary face just pops
Yeah,
up. It's like one of those.
Well, like the start of it showed her running around with a zombie.
Yeah.
And then they flashed back and showed him find the house and stuff. And then you saw that part, and I was like, okay, this has got to be where this shit happens. And what? Like, it just turned real quick. I was like, holy crap.
Slaps you in the face.
Yeah, that whole trip just did not stop. It was just
no, it just kept going.
Ooh. So
I thought Tyrese was going to kill her, too.
Me crazy white people.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Crazy ass white people.
All right, so I got this ready. I'm gonna do a song for it because now we're gonna move on to discussions. So.
Stop. If it's a song from Boogie, you can't do it.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Why? If it's a song? No. I was gonna be like, we'll save this. Maybe we can use it. Discussions. We're having discussion time.
I think he probably spent like an hour thinking that up.
Yeah.
That sounds like an hour long.
Yeah, that's
thought
just
process.
an hour long on Kickstart Stevie B thought process.
Yeah.
We need to get you off the schedule.
Oh, so no good?
They did do a study that said if you don't see the sun for a long time, you do go crazy. So I think night shift might be making you crazy.
I haven't seen the sun.
They actually pulled that on us in Afghanistan. I wasn't allowed to work only at night. Anyway.
Okay.
But like I said in the beginning, hopefully it's just a week left.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
So when he gets off of that schedule, he'll actually be able to play Titanfall and Diablo and several other games that we actually I may be playing and the others be playing as well.
I'll be playing Titanfall.
Titanfall, League.
Because I came in like a oh
my god!
I actually was singing that on the thing the other day.
I never fucking gamed so.
It was because I was coming off of a freaking zip line, and I freaking and I just shot this guy. I was like, I came in like a rat. He was like, "Why are you doing?" I was like, "Cause I literally just owned a guy with a zip line."
Okay.
Oh Lord.
So that's what we're talking about.
So I
We're
heard your
talking
like
about-
level craziness on that
I'm-
game already.
Our discussion's Titanfall, in case nobody got that.
This is probably gonna sound too epic for anybody who's listening who's already above a Gen 2, but
You mean
basically-
like the guy that's already Gen 10 or whatever
Yeah,
in like 3 days?
Yeah, like that's great. You can go be as high generation as you want to. I'm going to own you with all the weapons at level 50 at Gen 2. I have everything, and you have to go through it all again. And I know, yeah, you get an experience boost and whatnot, but that's how I feel. Like, I was like, I don't want to do it again. I did the Gen 2 just for the achievement.
So it's like prestiging in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
you
but
start all over.
You start all over, but you keep your three different types of Titans. So your Atlas, Ogre, and Strider.
So you earn those in your first gen, I guess.
You earn those when you beat the campaign, so you can do that. But you can't. But you lose everything else. You go back to just being able to do the stock things, just having the stock Titans.
I'll never do what prestige
Exactly,
in this
that's
game.
why- that's my-
I'll never do it.
That's
I
my
was-
feelings about it.
I was there when he did it, and he was like, "Everything is gone."
Exactly. I was like, oh my god.
Look,
because I had
the guys that made Call of Duty, you should have known that was gonna happen.
I didn't know. I never prestige. I don't play Call of Duty.
I thought you played it a little bit,
A little bit, but
you
I never
never made it.
prestige.
You never made it to a prestige.
I just thought prestige meant he got level 52 or something like that. I
no.
don't know. Anyway,
That means
prestige
you
is
were
where
stupid enough-
restart your levels
Oh
again.
yeah.
It means you were me, and I did it 7 times in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. So like, and the reason I was so upset is because I had literally just gotten level 50. I had everything that I wanted to be good at the game. I had the running gun kit. I had the car SMG. I had all the unlocks I wanted for it. I had the satchels. I had everything that I wanted and needed, and then I threw it all away to get a little tag.
So now you're back up at.
Now I'm 41 again at G2.
And you're gonna
40 or
stay there?
41. I'm probably just gonna say G2. I don't really care about prestige like that. I've never been an achievement whore for Xbox games or anything like that. I've always just been.
There's the only achievement you'll get is probably when you get Gen 10, and they'll give you an achievement for it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So all the other ones in between.
Now, if they said get Gen 10 and you get a gold-plated Titan, I would go for it. That would be pretty sweet because everyone would know that guy plays this game too much. That's what they would say.
The thing is do you know if there's any kind of reward
I
for
don't.
getting Gen 10?
I also
So we need
don't
to look that
care
up.
enough.
Well, if there's if there's something really cool that you might want,
Yeah, that's true.
then it's worth it. But just getting those titles, like in Call of Duty, like
It's not worth it.
I played so much Modern Warfare 3 that I didn't mind prestiging because I knew I would get right back up there and get all the stuff that I wanted anyway in a matter of a couple of days.
What if,
So
when you got to Gen 10, your Titans all had balls hanging down?
what if they had
Like
penises?
in-
and they
Transformers.
could kill people too. Like if someone jumped
What
at
are
you.
This isn't Transformers.
I've been waiting to say that when you guys
It
were
looked like
talking.
it.
I was like,
he was
stop
like,
having your
"Let me-
serious talk,
Let me get.
so I can talk about. I would have canceled the podcast, and I'd be playing it right now. Just
Oh,
to get-
gotta get some balls. Gotta get some balls. Gotta get balls hanging off my Titan. Ball.
Yeah.
'Cause
Or
they
like
came in
bumper
like some
stickers or something like that. That would be
Titan
cool.
balls.
They should actually. That's a really good idea. I didn't even think of that. Like you should be able to get bumper stickers and stuff like that for your Titan.
Oh,
like,
that
it's
would
just
be
sitting
legit.
like a little tramp stamp on it, or like you have like a number on your shoulder, or you replace the symbol on your chest with something else.
Well,
That would be funny.
that would be very kind of Halo-ish because when you play Halo multiplayer,
Yeah.
you can dress up your Spartan as you earn stuff.
D-
So
and
that would be cool, and you can paint them and put
Yeah.
decals all over them and shit. So yeah,
put in the comments. Would you like to make the Triforce appear on your Titan? Yeah, I would.
we got an update.
You guys should
Titanfall
do this.
update.
Stop watching TV.
I'm
It's
sorry,
such a
it's
good
so
movie, though.
good.
He doesn't care
I'm
what we're
frozen.
talking about right now.
I did care.
I don't care either, but I'm paying attention.
Sorry.
Well, I'll go ahead and bring more into this as well. This also goes in to say that obviously we have a Twitch channel. I've been all over the thing about it. So is Trex, obviously, because he's had Twitch for a while. Stevie B's on there a couple times with me, and
I've never been there. I'll join his games. And,
Preach wants to come in as well.
You can. All you have to
I
do is
just-
sign up for it.
Yeah.
I haven't really had a whole lot of time to
You
game,
need
and
good
then I
internet
don't
as well.
have.
Exactly.
Well, I got really good internet
Okay,
now.
well,
I just don't have a whole lot of time to game at the moment.
I know what you mean. Dude. Last week, I didn't get to play video games until Friday night, and that was because I had exams and stuff like that. But anyway, now that most of that's over. But so I play League of Legends. I play now Titanfall. I just got Diablo 3. And I got Diablo 3, so does Stevie B. Stevie B already has it, but we're gonna play the expansion together. Hopefully, if he
Be a
gets
new
off.
paladin.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Crusader. Are you gonna be a Crusader too?
Is that the paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it! So I guess we're gonna have 2 Crusaders. One was gonna heal, one was gonna do damage. I don't know.
I don't have Diablo 3, so.
It's $20.
Nah.
Yeah.
On what?
On the PC.
PC? Yeah. I need
But,
you to fix my PC. Again.
Oh my! Listen, I'm legitimately gonna start charging you,
That's fine.
because you break it so much.
Dude, go buy my PC from freaking Andrew if you didn't already sell it.
I don't know. So
Dude,
desktop.
it's
All right,
it's pretty good. Anyway.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Anyway.
My bad.
So
Just
we.
leave it
Trex, why don't you
Oh.
play Diablo 3? Actually, no, I'm not actually interested in the game. Sorry.
Oh, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Oh well.
No, because he likes playing DCUO, something that's gonna die
I already
eventually.
knew you weren't
Ow.
interested. I already knew you weren't interested because we had to talk about Marvel Heroes, and you were like, "This is just like Diablo," and I'm not gonna play it.
These people, look at
So,
that.
I know.
I've never played Diablo, so that would be
So,
fun.
I
Like
don't-
you guys
I'm
would
not
love
gonna
it
play
because I'd
Marvel
be like,
Heroes.
"What the hell
I
am I
hate-
doing?"
I
It just
hate
looks like fun.
Diablo, so now I hate Marvel Heroes because it's like it.
But
Tracks.
But yeah, also
This is
Trex and I are
This is a
both signed
text.
up. I don't know if Stevie B ever signed up for Heroes of the Storm
No,
beta.
I need to.
Yeah, you do. We're all
Excuse
signed
me.
up for it, so we're hoping that we'll get into it. We
I'm
may
only
not.
signed up, and I don't like League of Legends because just the overhead view. I don't feel like I'm doing much action in it, but because it's
Too
Heroes
much
of
like
the Storm,
Diablo.
but because it has
Diablo.
like, of course, Arthas, it has World of Warcraft characters in it. I'm all down for it. Trying
Diablo.
it out.
It looks a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. But we want to start playing that and broadcasting it. And I really appreciate the people who have watched. I'm sure Trex appreciate it.
All
Appreciates
6
it
of you,
now.
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, at least they're watching.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So we really appreciate that. Tell your friends, you want to see us play it. I'm also terrible at League of Legends, but if you want to, own me or teach me something so that I can actually do good, that'd be great. What do you want to say, Steve?
What we really need is to get Showtime angry when he's playing a game because it's
So playing
You
with
just got to
you.
get me in the
It's
game.
so-
No,
it's
you
so-
want to hear him angry? He's got to play with me.
It's so funny. Like
I do tend to lay on the red side when I'm
Why do you keep dying, Matt?
he was
so easy.
he was losing in League of Legends last night, and all it took was for Elena to bump his chair, and he was
Okay.
like, "Stop bumping my chair!"
She would bump it like 7 or 8 times, and she would just keep doing it. And then I didn't know what she was doing. I was concentrating on the game, and then she was like, "Okay, I won't spin the chair around behind you." I'm like, "Why are you spinning the chair around behind me?" And this dude was like, "She's a 4-year-old." I knew you were gonna say that, and I already had this conversation in my head. And
It doesn't matter.
it's like it's not the fact that she's a 4-year-old. I'm not mad at that. It's just I was like, "Elena, stop! Elena, stop!" I didn't yell at her. I was just like, "Elena, stop! Elena, stop!" Elena. In my head, maybe I was saying that, but anyway.
No.
I've learned to control
See,
my nerd rages over
all
there.
you
I felt
have-
bad yelling at him another time.
All you have to do.
No,
is
you didn't.
you smack her in the mouth, and she stops.
See,
Oh, sorry, honey.
he said
We
that,
do not
me.
advocate child abuse and smacking in mouths. Jesus, Steven.
Sorry.
But anyway, tell
Yeah.
your friends. We'd love to have you watch our Twitch channels. I will always put it up when we're going there. Apparently, I just found out that our oh my god, I'm just now getting back into the whole podcast thing because of the whole being gone. I just found out Facebook and Twitter are linked, so every time I put something up on Facebook, it goes to Twitter.
Me and Trex actually had a conversation of who was going to talk to you about how to actually post to the Facebook page. It's like, are you going to tell him or should I tell him? I don't think you're.
Did you tell him?
I've already had this conversation
I
a year and
didn't
a
tell
half.
him.
I had this conversation a year and a half ago when I was screwing
I'm
up.
so glad that me and him are on the same page. He knows where I'm coming from.
I was just
Oh
like,
yeah, I got yelled at.
You yelled at him?
No, I didn't yell.
You have to put a
You
a
gave him a
comment
stern talking
to
to?
explain what you're posting.
I might have talked to
And
him
don't forget
like he
to
was
leave
an
your name.
idiot. I mean,
And don't forget to put your name on there. That way they know who posted it. And I'm like, we did. No, you posted it. That way if it's something people hate, they don't hate me for it.
well,
Is what I got.
well, and then that way, if we want to respond to you, we can. That so we can do because like me and him, we banter back and forth on there every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't get on Facebook
Like if he
and
posts
Twitter
something
that much.
stupid,
Yeah.
Sourcecast.
I'll try to keep it a little more interesting. I'm thinking I get really get in the zone when I'm playing, so I might need somebody to play like sit next to me.
You are
or
very
something like
quiet
that.
when you stream.
Dude,
it really
I-
irks me.
Well, did you see what I'm doing?
He's like, how am I supposed to look at chat when I'm in the zone?
You don't have to look. You don't have to look at chat. You need to be engaging. You just talk about what you're doing. Just like, oh, I
I'm
see the guy. I
running
see
along
him.
a wall.
Just do that.
Shooting him in the face. Got him.
like a lot of the ones I've seen on YouTube, like they'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go up here and see what I can see from up here and blah blah blah, and then all right, let me try to get over there, and they got me, damn.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can get back over there.
I might be going 1,000 miles a minute on there. I'm like going up here and going down here. Okay, I'm looking around. I'm looking at nothing. I can do it better in Diablo or something like that.
Yeah,
Much better.
it's a slower game.
I don't know why, man, but the funniest thing Steven's ever done playing, or Showtime's ever done playing a game, was
What, yelling at me?
No, we were playing Resident Evil 6, and we finished one of the campaigns, and it was
I remember.
and you were fighting this boss guy who was it was your partner, right? And he was turning into like a thing. He was like he sacrifices himself so Chris could live, right?
By the way,
Spoilers.
I can shoot
Oh, wow,
electricity
really?
out of
It's
my
not a
arm,
spoiler.
by the way.
And so he was like shooting electric, and like that's so he was that mutated guy, and I was Chris. And he was shooting the electric, and we were fighting the boss, and he's like, "No, go! I'm not gonna make it." And like changing, and so you shoot up because you're in like a deep underground like layer.
Underwater.
Yeah, underwater. Sorry, yeah, underwater. So you shoot up and you're shooting to the surface. Well, of course, the boss comes back and attaches to your thing, and it's trying to get you, and you're like, "Oh God, there's nothing I can do." And then, way down from the bottom, you see this energy blast shoot up, and Showtime was like, Hadouken! And I had to put the mic down because I was losing it. And it was at that point I was like, man, we should be recording ourselves playing these games, because while we're playing as like the two guys, we're like doing stupid stuff and being gay with each other. Like we were crawling on the ground and we were all like on each other.
No, because you can't crawl on the ground in Resident Evil 6. You can butt scooch
Oh,
on the
that's
ground.
right.
in Resident
We were
Evil
like butt skew, like, oh.
Tactical entry.
It was it's fun. And so that's how we would fight guys. Like we butt scooting down hallways.
You got left, you got right. Pop, pop, pop.
So, and then I'm terrible at it. So, and we make fun of each other for being bad. And we have a problem to where if there's an objective with you, it's easy because you just let me go do the objective. You're like, well, he's gonna go do it. Showtime and I, we both have to do the objective. Like we both want to go do it, so it's always like a fight to push A. Like, who's gonna get to the button to push A first?
Like they run and do the objective, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking roam around and see what I can find.
At least you never have to worry about the little minions that dying, because he'll just kill them for us.
Damn right. When we played
Until he finds one that's a little more out of his league, then I'll go back and get him.
No, we were playing Titanfall. Steven was talking shit to me on the beta because I had like 25 minion kills and only like 4 or 5 pilot kills. And he's like, you need to start killing pilots. And I'm like, look, I can't help it that I swoop around the back, and by the time I get to where they spawn at, the only thing there are the minions. So I just kill them all. I'm like, fuck it.
he does that because there's modes where you have to hold the points, like hold A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And so I got a really good strategy to where I would call down my Titan, and my Titan would sit outside the building I was in, and it's almost like a detect. It was like Titan engaging pilot. So like I would know if like a pilot was, it's what I do. I hold the point. I generally don't die the entire match because I kill the people that run in, and so you get defense points. And so I was always at the top of the board, and I would only have like 5 pilot kills, and he would have like 20. But he'd be in the middle of the board, and I'd be like, yeah, top of the board. He's like, yeah, look at my kills. And I go, what? I can't hear you from up here. And he's like, so that's how that went. He's like, I was running around killing people. It's like I was holding a point.
I'm not gonna get butthurt if I run around and the first thing I run into is the 15 minions back there. They're all gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm taking them all out. Yeah. I don't care how I get my points. As long as I get them.
That's the thing about attrition, too. I started playing Pilot Hunter, and I found people who can put me down a couple of knocks on that, whatchamacallit, because they're not there to win by attrition points. They're killing you as a pilot. They will run around, whatchamacallit.
They won't shoot them in. See, and that's me. And see, that's what's good, is you're a pilot killer. You're probably more of a pilot killer on watching the points games, but I'll run around and try to capture the points and kill anything I see.
I'm a defense
I'm shooting
player.
everything. See, you just sit back on him.
There was one time I can't remember.
It's like Rampage.
If there's an enemy, I don't care if it's a pilot or a minion. Just I'm shooting it. It's going to die.
There was
I'm
one
gonna
time
try to kill it.
where there was a big Titan battle going on, and I was like, I'm out. And I just got out of my Titan, and so everybody's shooting, and the Titans are fighting each other. And it was like at the enemy's base, and it was like this weird circular structure. And so the minions kept popping up all over the place. And so I was just like, all right. And so I just ran circles, and I just kept killing them over and over again. And I was like, they keep spawning. And Showtime's like, you're going to have really high points. And I had like 50 minion kills at the end of the match because they just kept. And I'd get to the Titans, and I'd shoot a couple of rockets, blow up a Titan. And so this whole thing is, and I'm like, no one sees me down here, just like wrecking everyone. And then finally somebody saw me, and that was that.
And everybody's in a
because you
Titan?
caused a big stink.
Yeah.
So everybody was in a Titan, and
Yeah.
you were the only one.
I got
running?
out of my Titan. They were still shooting my Titan. And so I was like,
I think I remember this match. It was the one with the rail cannon there,
Yeah.
and you were fighting around the turret, and
Yeah.
they couldn't get you because it was a circle, and you can't just jump over or anything like that. Which I don't know why Titans can't jump. But anyway, so he's just like running around in
That's the
circles
only
in and
question
out of
I
it,
had.
just killing people. And it was funny. I was like, man, and I'm up there like, on top of a building, like, damn, look at him down there, shotgun, shooting people off the top. But anyway, so Titanfall, watch us on Twitch.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And before we go, I just before we sign off, I did start playing. Trex got a free copy of South Park, and he finished it, so he let me play it. And it's really good. He was over yesterday. I will say this, though.
Dragon Shout!
Yeah, yeah. Dragon shouts are in it, but they're farts. and Carmen's like, now Dragon shout! And you're like, like, that's magic. All magic in the game is farts. Like, he's like, now I'm going to teach you range magic. Now, you hold your hand
Cup
back
of
here,
fart.
you cup a fart, and you throw it. It is so ridiculous. It's
How
good.
far did you get?
Oh, I am
Detention.
getting the bard right now. I finished all the detention stuff.
So,
My name's Effingor, and I'm level 16. No, your name's fucking Kyle.
Yeah, he's in detention with Mr. Mackey, and you're there to get who is it? It's not
Craig.
Craig out of detention, and he's like, I'm a level 34 thief. He's like, no, you're not. You're fucking Craig, and you're in detention. And you're in detention.
they're gonna come for me. Oh, they're gonna come for you, all right. But I got my guards. And it's the whole line.
He's like, I got my boss. They got to get through all my guys. They got to get through all 3 keys. And then they got to fight the boss, Craig. This is not a game, Craig.
He's got the brass key. You kids, you how many stop screwing around there? It's okay. You have the brass key. You still gotta get the silver key. You gotta get the gold key. Nobody get the gold key. You gotta kill the boss. He hasn't get the boss level yet.
it was good. But no, I'm at the part with the bard, where you go to, like, what is it, the prancing pony, I think.
Yeah. Now, do you know who the bard is?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's so funny. It's good. So yeah.
So you're not even at the part where I failed 5 tries and I was so uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, I keep dying. It's
Did
like,
you do it?
Yeah, I beat it once, but then I died fighting the guys. So the save point brings me back to before fighting the bard. So I'm like, man.
No, I didn't fail at the bard. You know where I failed at because I kept telling you about it.
Oh yeah.
The most uncomfortable
Oh
part
yeah. I haven't
in
made
the
that
game.
far yet.
I still have nightmares. It was so uncomfortable watching it. So uncomfortable trying to do it.
Anyway, so I do feel like it's incredible if you watch South Park. If you don't watch South Park, you shouldn't play the game.
No.
Right? Like it's a great South Park fan movie or fan game, excuse me. And
It's literally the RPG that everyone really wants right now because it was so simple.
But it's not the one they need.
Yeah. Even the items you sell, like, are all from the show. Like, because you have junk. And I was like, why is there not a sell all button? And I really thought about it. I was like, I think there's not a sell all button because they want to make it a point for you to read everything that you're selling. Because it's just junk. But it's like the Okami Saphir and a bunch of, like, Cartman's mom's dildos and stuff. And it's it's funny. I like it. So I give it a 10 if you're a South Park fan. If you're not a South Park fan, I'd recommend not even playing it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's just not.
Yes.
It's just
Agreed.
not. And I got you an achievement, by the way, so you're welcome.
Which one?
I don't know. I just said you got an achievement.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Your hair.
I didn't look at it.
Okay, that's weird. I know I could still get. Okay. Huh. Neat. I wasn't really paying attention much to the
Neat.
achievements. I think I got like maybe one more quest on my save file, and then I think I've really completed the game. I'm not an achievement hunter, so. No. So before we go, just a couple announcements of some little live appearances that we're doing. First up, we will be at the Regal Sandhill Cinema Stadium 16, the IMAX RPX Theater over here in Columbia, South Carolina, for the Captain America Winter Soldier premiere.
Just imagine I have a cap shield.
I was going to buy it, but I didn't feel like it.
How much was it?
$10.
I'll buy it for the premiere.
All right. Well, I expect you to.
I'll come dressed as Cap. I'll be Fat Cap.
Yeah. Captain America.
America! Look, yeah.
So we will be there around 7 o'clock. We will be with Punk Monkey Comics, and we will be giving out some free comics and also doing a little Marvel trivia as well. So come out April 3rd, Thursday night, for the Captain America Winter Soldier premiere with Nerds of the Apocalypse, Punk Monkey, and we will be there.
Showtimes? You want to do showtimes? Not that showtime.
Well, he
What am I doing now?
he wants to do him.
We know that.
Show times right now are like 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, but those are subject to change. So,
Okay.
but we're going to be there at 7 o'clock.
So it's not like the midnight showings.
No.
You can actually, it's going to be showings that are a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So
Be sure to come out, and we'll be a little bit of costume. No Green Lantern.
Well, I mean, it's Marvel, so.
Yeah.
I'll just wear my Captain America shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or my Nova shirt. I'm not going to be there. I got class.
And then after that, on April 5th,
We'll be there for that.
yes, we will be at the Columbia Toy and Comic Show over at Jamil Temple
On Fernandina Road.
on Fernandina Road. It's a local Comic Con. Of course, comic books are going to be there. A lot of vendors, along with a lot of toys. There were a lot of Star Wars toys last time I was there last year.
I love it, but I'm in a small apartment now, so it's like the Star Wars toys that I buy go in a box for when I'm moving into a bigger house. So unless it's really, really cool, if it's ridiculously cool, I'll find a place for it.
I'm going to be the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. I'm just kidding.
He might just do it, folks. So be sure to come out to that local con on April 5th. It's a Saturday. It's lasting from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I don't know how long we're going to be there, but
We'll be there at 10 for sure. I don't know how long we're going to stay.
yeah. And of course, they have great guests showing up. They have Sanford Green, who is a Marvel and DC artist,
Right.
and he's also a writer. Mark Poole is going to be there. I believe he's the illustrator for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, he does a lot of Magic Gathering cards. Yeah, he does books like Marvel, DC books too.
Yeah, and I also know that Columbia locals Chad Bowers and Chris Sims, writers for Downset Fight, a graphic novel that came out.
Chad Bowers is a cool guy. We've met him a couple times.
Yeah, and I do actually. I think I have that book. I need to give you guys a copy of the book so you guys can read it. Downset Fight was a great football comic book. Great football. And then after that, I'm not really sure what else we're doing.
We'll figure it out. Nothing to announce yet, but we'll let you know for sure.
Well, I mean, there's going to be other movie premieres, obviously. Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So.
Lots of Twitch broadcasting.
Yeah, we're set up definitely for, is it X-Men or Amazing Spider-Man, you said?
Amazing Spider-Man he wants to do as well.
Okay, are we not going to do X-Men or?
I haven't discussed that with him yet.
Okay, so we're definitely doing Amazing Spider-Man premiere. We may do X-Men, maybe not.
More information closer to dates.
Exactly.
But be sure to come out in April. And also, can't believe I forgot about this. There is May 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
Free Comic Book Day at Punk Monkey Comics. We will be there in full force, along with a lot of other local artists and local writers. And be sure to come out to Punk Monkey Comics on May 3rd for free comic books and to see us, because you know you love us. Or at least me.
We'll be doing trivia, definitely some giveaways for something.
Oh, yes.
Maybe you want to do what we did last year and go through all our comic books, and that was so crazy. But it was fun. It was.
Can we do it not the day before?
Yeah, it was so.
Yeah, way to go there, champ.
That was fun. But yeah, we'll figure something out. But yes.
All right. So you can also find these events on our Facebook page over at facebook.com/Nerds of the Apocalypse. And you can also find us on Twitter at Nerds of the APOC. And now on Twitch for streaming, you can find us at twitch.tv/Nerds of the APOC. Where can we find all you guys at?
At Stevie B 5986.
At Preach NotA.
At NotA Showtime. Pretty sure that's what it is. I'm
Sounds about
sorry,
right.
I don't get on.
It's either at NotA Showtime or at Showtime NotA.
Yeah,
Right.
and then Twitch is for my personal one. If it's being used, it's twitch.tv/evilous spoon. One word. Yes, spoon.
And you can, of course, find me over at the Twitter at This Is Trex, and on my personal Twitch at twitch.tv/TrexLite. So, for Nerds of the Apocalypse, thank you guys so much for watching. You know what? Let's bring Elena. Let her do the
Come
goodbye.
here, what's up? You want to say bye to everybody?
Let it go.
We can play Disney Infinity in a minute, okay? All right, come here.
All right, look at the camera.
Look at the camera. All right. Everybody, thanks for listening. This is Stevie B.
Preach.
Showtime.
Trex.
All right, say Nerds of the Apocalypse out.
Ninja Puck this out.